So the Interlagos sprint. What happened? Pastry Cell. Now, Pastry has been leading the championship for a long time. How he has sold, it's a mystery. The ways in which this is possible is unknown to mankind of how this is humanly possible. I mean, he was leading the championship by so many points, and yet this is what happens, right? He sells the championship. He is now behind Lando in the championship by 24 points at the end of the weekend. He crashed out in the race. Like, how? How is this possible? Where has this come from in the timeline? I need to know. I need to learn the timeline. Colapinto's new contract. Colapinto signed a new contract this weekend, and he crashed in the race. Oh no, he crashed in the sprint, right after signing his new contract, which is just awesome. So Alpine love that, and I'm sure the Alpine team boss is absolutely delighted, and will definitely not crash out and try to survive. Kimi's crazy qualified P2. Which is, he's 19 and he qualified P2, which is just crazy for a Formula 1 driver. I mean, he's 19. He finished his exams when? Like, July? So, for him to do that is actually crazy. The guy's got talent, definitely a future world champion. Second on the grid in Interlagos. So, now onto the actual race. McLaren have cooked this year, to put it quiet. I mean, they're champions of the constructors. They're on like 760 points, I think, this year. Just the absolute cook from them is wild. But I think the absolute sell from everyone else. I mean, Mercedes are now second in the championship. They're on like 400 points. They're on like 760 something, McLaren. So the absolute sell everyone else has had to allow this to happen to McLaren. And, yeah. I mean, we'll see how their season finishes. Kimi, how he finished P2 in the race, only 10 seconds off the potential world champion, fended off Max Verstappen, a 4-time world champion at 19 years old. Bro visited Ayrton Senna's grave and then became Ayrton Senna. How is this possible? I mean, looking at the circuit in front of me here, I don't actually know, because the Mercedes aren't very good at like slow corners, e.g. Monaco. But I don't know. He's a crazy good driver, definitely a future champion of the future. Verstappen, pit lane start to P3, absolutely wild. I think if he overtook Kimi, he would have equalled the best. I think, but yeah, absolutely crazy. You go from the pit lane as well, like, not even from the P20, from the pit lane, so we had to wait like an extra couple of seconds. Red Bull did a good job getting his car ready, I guess. I mean, he'd qualify P16 and then go to the pit lane, which I think is just crazy. I mean, fair enough to the Red Bull, man. What a team. And RB is just what has happened this year to RB. I mean, they are arguably one of the best teams on the grid now. Well, definitely in the top, 7, I would say. I think that they're doing very well for considering who they're made by. Helmut Marko has clearly been finding the better children out of his basement recently. Yeah, I mean, what a team at the moment, man. They're developing really well, I think. I hope that eventually they'll break away from Red Bull. I reckon they'll get better than Red Bull next year. Because if Yuki doesn't step up, then what are Red Bull going to do? Kick Sauber F1 team. This is Kick Sauber F1 team in 2024. Well, this is Kick Sauber team in 2025. What's the difference, you ask? It's a slightly darker shade of green, and they can actually drive now. This is the race results. If we ignore the fact that Bortoleto crashed out like this, Bortoleto had a moment, then we can look at the fact that Nico Hülkenberg, who also got a podium this year, finished in the top 10. That means that Kick Sauber, the team at the start of the year, was struggling to get into the points, has both got a podium and is now finishing comfortably in the top 10. I mean, what's that? 600ths of a second? That's plenty of time to Pierre. And then from Pierre backwards, it's about 200. So he was leading the train of cars, pretty much, at the front of a train of cars, which is just crazy. The two RBs ahead of him, like I mentioned, they're on a roll. And I mean, look at that gap between Antonelli and Verstappen. I mean, that's pretty good for a 19-year-old to be defending off a world champion like that. Pastry, the sell. I mean, what else can I say, really? He is absolutely selling at the moment. You just can't find form. I mean, he crashed out in the sprint. The fact that he crashed out in the sprint is just wild. He needs to lock in Qatar and Las Vegas, whichever one comes first. I don't do research for these videos. I just make the PowerPoint and go along with it. Bortoleto, at his moment, 95 Gs in one crash, which is crazy. I mean, turn 1 at Interlagos. Interlagos is my favourite track. But to get 95 Gs on the first corner and then survive at your home race is crazy. I mean, what a driver Bortoleto is to drag that stake. Him and Hulkenberg have been great this year to get that stake into the positions where they've gotten it. Double points finishes between them, I think, a few times. But, you know, to do that with that stake, Sauber, F1, blah, 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 green pile of poo, is quite impressive, you know? Like, the amount of effort that they've put in to drag that pile of shit to the front row is wild. This podcast will be live on YouTube and Spotify. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was the first episode of FR1CK. Not that much happened at Interlagos that I can really go into detail about. But I'll be doing one next week for Las Vegas or Qatar. Delete as applicable. Yeah, I will see you guys later.